r/AskReddit, what is something someone has done that you will never be able to forgive them for? My wife's former friend who told her she was pregnant with my baby. We had never had sex and she wasn't pregnant. Just wanted to break us up and almost succeeded. Just a jealous evil freak. You and your wife need to stick to your guns when she wants to come back into your good graces. They always come back. Did she want you or she just wanted y'all to break up? My aunt who befriended the man who sexually assaulted my mother. He would beat and hit my mom all the time. I remember being 8 or 9 years old and calling 911 on him because he wouldn't stop attacking her. He and my aunt are best friends now, I have no idea why. My biological mother selling me for crack when I was 3. And then denying that it ever happened when we started talking again when I was a teenager. Edit, my papa saved me shortly after when he found out what happened. Holy hell. My mother came to the hospital specifically to tell me that my baby, who was in the NICU, was going to die and that would be my punishment from God for marrying, insert racial slur. I hope you, your spouse, and your child are doing well. Yo WTF, I married outside my race, but the worst my father had said was stop leading the poor boy on. As a fellow NICU mom, that's hard enough, but your own mother say shit like that is just fuck no. Glad you are NC and your little family is thriving. My first husband and my best friend cheated on me. We divorced, they married. It lasted 2 years. He wanted me back. Just no. Abruptly broke up with me while pregnant through text as I was hemorrhaging in the hospital after 7 months of trying to get pregnant. There wasn't even fighting or an explanation provided. I can only assume he's off with someone else as I prepare for divorce with a toddler and due any day. Very sad story. Some people are just evil. In the end, the trash took itself out. Your children will be so much happier and healthier with one sane, loving parent. I wish you all the best. That's tough. I hope you're doing alright. My dad gave me a ring on my 21st that matched his own given to him on his 21st, custom made from his old wedding ring. When my brother, different dad, stayed with me, he stole things and either pawned or drug traded. This was one of the things he stole. Been 7 years and still haven't been able to mention to my dad. I'm so sorry. That's heartbreaking. My aunt poisoned and killed my puppy a few months ago to spite me. I will never forgive her for that. WTF. That's beyond awful. That is so shocking and unthinkable, I'm so sorry. Anyone who hurts animals or children, or anyone vulnerable, should never be forgiven. That is truly atrocious and I hope you reported her when that happened. I have no patience for abuse, especially toward those who are most vulnerable. I'm well rid of both of them, but I'm not planning to forgive the way they treated me. What an evil person. Should poison her out of spite tbh. Mother, child abuse. Her various husbands and boyfriends, child abuse. Father, child abuse plus sole contribution to my life was a paltry $10 which stopped on the day of my 16th birthday. I walked away from a lot of them at 13 and have never seen them again. There can never be any forgiveness for those who hurt animals or children. I hope you are doing better. Love and care for yourself, you deserve it. My mother had dementia, but was still having moments of clarity at that point. During one of those moments my brother persuaded her to alter her will to leave everything, to him. I didn't care about my share so much, but he took the inheritance from my children, her only grandchildren. We've been NC for years. I miss the brother I used to have. I don't miss who he became. That's pure evil, I'm so sorry. My brother suddenly stopped paying the remaining money I loaned him for a custody battle. I'm now stuck with paying another $10K loan. Do a good thing to get your sibling their child, ask to be repaid the remaining and get shafted off and suddenly not get paid anymore, no communication for months and told their family comes first, that you help them get. My grandfather taught me this, never loan something you can't afford to lose. Can you not try and get the money back through legal pathways? In the UK we have a claims court. Those writers for ending of Game of Thrones. That was 40 years ago. He got in touch with me again about 4 years ago, wanting to be friends again. I have a really long memory. No. Ha 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 ha. In a similar vein, the butchering of Ginny's character in the HP films. I think about this often. It's almost criminal how good that show was with that ending. Felt like a Twilight Zone moment for my wife and I watching that. I refuse to watch House of Dragons because I'm so bitter. Forgiving others is easy for me. Forgiving myself. Still working on that. Same here, fellow human being. Many folks berate themselves for behavior they would understand and forgive in others. We'll keep working on it. My best friend repeatedly told me what my ex was up to, even to the point where he got married. I constantly told her to stop, and she didn't. I felt like she was trying to make me depressed. One day I spiraled with information she shared with me, and after I mentally came back, I was literally out of work for a few days. I ended our 25-year-long friendship. Good. If you ask someone to stop BC what they are doing is hurting you and they don't stop, then they don't deserve to have you in their life. I will never forgive my mother for abusing me. I was 4 when she first punched me. After that, I had to endure 15 more years of violence and molestation on a weekly, if not daily basis. I look at my nieces and nephews and I feel like my brain is about to explode. How could anyone do the things that she did to me to someone so small and innocent? I don't get it, but at least I have the rest of my life dealing with PTSD and all of the other fun stuff to look forward to. Mom died of cancer and wanted to be cremated. My very Christian grandfather blamed my dad for it. Then he had a bunch of church buddies attend the condolences who proclaimed they wouldn't attend the actual funeral service because cremation went against their beliefs. Fuck him. I'm so sorry you went through that. That is just horrible. Fuck that idiot. Fuck religion. Ruined so many lives. My teachers from my primary school, I had scruffy clothes, sometimes summer dresses in the middle of winter and no gloves or warm coat, no food for lunch, insect bites all over my legs, usually sat in the corner of the playground with a coat over my head to avoid people, and struggled in class. They must have known things weren't right at home, but they treated me like the weird kid and either targeted me or ignored me. I hope I see them at some point to give them a piece of my mind. My brother was sleeping with my ex-wife. When she said no more, he tried to get my kids taken into care out of spite. I haven't spoken to him since 1995. My dad for abandoning me. I'm a single dad and I've been around kids that look over at me playing with my son and I can just tell their dad isn't in the picture. One kid even just told me outright. I continued to drink while on antidepressants. I'll never forgive myself for the person I was. Hugs hun, that's rough and I've been through the same thing and still get flashbacks and anxiety memories. It's hard to do and easy to say, but try and forgive yourself. Been there 3 months sober now. My brother, for locking all our pets in my parents' bedroom, lighting it on fire, and walking next door to the neighbors to call 911. My husband put a hidden camera in our bathroom and recorded my 14-year-old niece nude. He made GIFs and collages from the images. I found a GIF of it almost 3 years later when he downloaded it to the family tablet from the cloud and forgot to delete it. I called the police immediately. He is now in prison but due to get out in less than 2 years. I wish him hell. He's a disgusting person. What ended up happening? Was it bad or did it get stopped in time? At my first dental job I was pregnant and excited, was 21 at the time. I ended up miscarrying and the older man, dentist said, "Oh well, that's great news, a baby would have ruined your life, now you can focus on your career here." I quit that week. Emotional neglect from parents. I have been able to move on and have a relationship with them, but childhood trauma goes deep. Sexual abuse, no further explanation needed, LOL. My best friends tormenting me to the point I started self-harming and was driven to suicide. Now for the rest of my life I'll be battling depression, something that has lasted for years at a time, and I can fall into deep pits. The joke of it all is that one of them has become a nurse and I don't know how she can dedicate her life to helping and looking after ill people when she's a gigantic POS. You'd be surprised on how many people that become nurses are just like that. It's fucked up. My ex was told by her mom to cheat on me, she did. My mother talked about how my daughter showed her manipulative side at 3 months old. This was at her funeral service. She died age 37. The room was full of grieving people who loved her. It was horrible. What a piece of shit. My ex's girlfriend at the time, who he cheated on me with and got pregnant, MSG'd me and said it's not my fault, my son lived and yours died. I'll never forget that ever. That's when you break out the white gloves and challenge the bitch to 20 paces.
Hey guys, it's Reddit Glitch. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. I just wanted to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button because according to my statistics, 98.8% of my viewers are not subscribed, which I think you should subscribe because it's free and we're going to have a lot more bangers in the future, so subscribe. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.